Gen V Season 2 finale landed and triggered some pretty mixed feelings. Was 40 minutes too rushed? Was Godolkin's downfall too easy? And what about Annabeth's vision? We were ready to say goodbye to some main characters, wanting some emotional character payoff, but instead we got Godolkin trying to level up like a computer game, and Marie having a slight crisis lasting for 5 minutes, only to come out on top. A final battle that fizzled with a pop, but certainly not a bang. But then it hit me. We miss what it all means. I realised it being easy was the point. Now allow me to explain. Before we get there, let's first address the, well, is that it feeling? 40 minutes is not enough time to reflect the full weight of a season-long villain, especially one as charismatic as this one. After all, we never had time to get used to this Godolkin. And shout out to the actor who played Doug. What a ride. I genuinely felt gutted for him when he met his demise. So to go from him to be confronted with the actual face of Godolkin, and for him to be defeated so shortly after, made it feel more like a mid-boss fight, leading me to think that if the show just had 15 more minutes to breathe, adding in more emotional stakes, the showcasing of power escalation, a bit more shock value, then this episode would have been incredible. Godolkin's control powers were thematically rich, him acting as a puppet master, making people destroy each other, in an effort to make the world to look how he wanted it to look. And the idea of power growth was a recurring theme throughout the season, so it made sense that this is one of his key drivers. But the way it was executed felt just a little video game-ish. We hear through Doug that Godolkin couldn't control Marie because she was too powerful, but after making some students fight, sing, and dance, then suddenly he could? It was jarring and it was rushed. It's the kind of escalation that needed a gradual build up across 3 or 4 episodes, not one. Maybe even with a suggestion that because he spent more time with Marie, he began to get more of a hold of her, which allowed him to gain control when previously he couldn't. But it ended up feeling less like character growth, and more like he'd just gotten star power. And when Marie finally popped him, I couldn't help but think, there must have been more to this. I mean, seriously, I even started questioning why everyone was making so many toilet breaks or going off to change on their own.
I'm gonna drop a deuce.
I thought they might be leading up to one of them becoming the new puppet. I needed more. Now, a lot of us expected Godolkin to cross over into the boys. We wanted to witness that interaction with him and Homelander. But I see now that was never the point. The episode is here to remind us that this is the warm-up. It's not anticlimactic because we haven't reached the climax yet. It's set up. And there is one more key reason I think it was intended for it to feel easy or rushed. And that was due to one of its key messages. So let's break it down. Starting with analysing how Godolkin triggered his own downfall. His motivation? Supremacy. Where Homelander wants the end of humans, that isn't sufficient for Godolkin. And that's the key part of any supremacy movement. They eventually turn inward, cannibalizing their own ranks when there is no one left to fight. This is one of Gen V's strongest mirrors to reality. A polarized group will tear itself apart long before anyone wins. But his biggest error, he fell because he went at it alone. He had Sage, the literal brains of the operation, but in true narcissistic form, he cast her aside, ignoring their plan. Despite Sage being the smartest person alive and warning him against that path, he was like, hush, I know better. But I do wonder if he wasn't physically dominated, would he have actually self-destructed? We see him blistering when using his powers, literally burning out by his own ambition. I actually like the idea of him self-destructing, but him being killed was needed for the messaging to land. You see, whilst Godolkin was crumbling under the weight of his own ego, Marie was learning the opposite lesson, that power means nothing if you're fighting alone, because it isn't about one hero saving the day, it's about all of them. Whilst Godolkin was aiming to be the most powerful soup alive, self-destructing in a blaze of narcissism, Marie was quietly dismantling the Chosen One trope. We start the episode with Marie racked with guilt, realising she'd been manipulated the whole time, coming to terms with the fact there was no such thing as a chosen one, feeling sorry for herself. But along comes Emma, reminding Marie of what she can do, and reminding her that she is powerful. I mean, she is still the Odessa baby after all. Now, if you see my Emma video, you already know that I think she is the ultimate weapon, not because she's the strongest, but because she's the glue holding everyone together. But not only that, she picks people up off the ground when they need it, inspires them, helps them reach their full potential. Not this dude. Emma's words have the desired impact on Marie, which, to be fair, took less than 5 minutes, because Marie quickly realised the only way they could win this was together. With this insight, Marie finally understands the mistakes Kate has made, and finds it in her heart to forgive her, to heal her. But if Marie's arc was about rejecting the Chosen One narrative, then the real heroes of the finale were the ones that were never chosen to begin with. They belong to the misfits, the underestimated, the ones who weren't supposed to matter. I hoped Harper might be a secret weapon, and this finale delivered, not by mimicking Marie like I theorised, but by mimicking Godolkin himself. Whilst he was restrained by Bushmaster of all people, he had to sit there restrained, powerless, looking at how all of these soups that Emma had rallied together were orchestrating his demise. Marie said it best.
We beat you. All of us. Even the useless ones.
That line wasn't just satisfying, it was the thesis of the entire season. Bushmaster didn't need flashy powers or dramatic speeches. She used her quirky and underestimated ability to restrain him, whilst Harper took control. Even Black Hole played a key role in the battle. These characters weren't side plots, they were the emotional scaffolding that held the finale together. The Outcasts didn't just fight, they supported, they healed, they showed up. And that's what Godolkin never saw coming. He thought power meant domination, but the Outcast proved it meant collaboration. He underestimated them, and that's why he lost. The finale didn't give us a flashy boss battle. It gave us something quieter and arguably more radical, a collective victory. The Misfits didn't just survive, they won. The message was clear. Influence can be gained, power can be leveled up, but it means nothing if you're standing alone. And that is why they defeated him so quickly. And what about Annabeth's vision? Annabeth's vision didn't come true. Marie wasn't lying in a pool of blood. It might be, as some fans theorise, that actually it's a flashback of Marie surviving Homelander's blast. Or maybe it hasn't happened yet. Or Annabeth just saw a possible future. And if Marie kept walking alone, that is where she would have ended up. You see, underneath the gore, comedy and shock value, Gen V is a mirror to an increasingly polarised world. I mean, this guy says it best.
Godolkin in the seminar room. He's making everybody kill each other.
We see this bleak scene where Godolkin is slowly, easily walking forwards to push the button whilst he's making everyone kill each other in the background. And upon reflection, it's pretty harrowing because now more and more we watch people blindly following charismatic figures, tearing each other apart, forgetting who the real villains are. But the finale offers a way out, trying to show us when we should pause and reflect before running straight in on instinct, when to fight and when to forgive, and when you know you might not agree but know it's time to listen, and when it's time to take a stand, because when we don't, someone pushes a very real button. Final thoughts. Did it stick the landing? Was it rushed? Absolutely. They could have easily added 20 more minutes, deepened the tension and given us a boss battle worthy of the build-up. Godolkin's defeat felt underwhelming, the pacing was off, and yes, I wanted more from the characters, especially in those final moments. But Gen V wasn't trying to give us a flashy finale. It was trying to give us a message, one that's comical on the surface but rooted in something darker. Marie wasn't the chosen one. She was the reminder that no one wins alone. And in a world tearing itself apart, Gen V gave us a quiet, blistered, blood-soaked blueprint for how to hold it together. So what do you guys think? Am I trying to read too much into this? Was it rushed? Did it live up to expectations? Drop your thoughts below, and as always, I'll see you next time.